inventory's video blog. The temperature is rising and long time no see, open back doors. So in this video I will continue building of my lounge/sleeping area on the back of the van, right there where I now sitting on. I already have two videos about this area. In one of them I built bed frames, these things, and one more on the other side, and on second one I built a raising floor section with some storage down there. So in this video I will make actually a table that will be a middle section for this bed area, and basically the structure of the transformable bed lounge sitting area will be complete. So let's start. Let's see what I have for now. First of all, I have two benches, one on this side and one on this side, that I made in the previous video. They could open. I have this telescopic leg, two pieces of plywood that will make a middle section of this bed, like this, and second one like that. It's a plywood, so they are super strong and could support my weight easily, very easily actually. So what I need to do, I will cut these pieces a little so they could drop in the middle between my two benches, and I would make two wooden rails, and on them I will put these pieces of plywood. Super simple construction, nothing fancy and nothing complicated. And if I want my bed transforms to like lounge area, I just remove this piece, put my leg here, put my table on the leg, and it's done. Now it's like a fancy sitting area with big table. So this table will look much better than it's now. I need to sand it, I need to cut it, and I need to paint it. So let's go. I will use this piece of wood as a guide for my jigsaw to make this cut as straight as possible. And it's done. My guide technique works pretty well. For jigsaw it's a very good cut, and you know, jigsaw is not very good at straight cutting. So now it's time for a lot of sanding. Also, I decided to cut these corners for more comfortable using of the table. Now, about 1 hour later, sanding of this piece is complete. It's super smooth now, and look how much difference it makes from the not sanded yet piece. Now, to make it even more better, I will paint my table this Dufa Wood Protect decorative, like oil color white paint. Why I choose this paint, I have no idea. I just grab it from the store and that's all. Oh, and did I mention I never paint anything in my life? So it's the first time. Enjoy! I left my table to dry for a night, and in the morning I sanded it with very fine paper a little, and it's turning out super nice, much better than I expected. It's my first table, and look how smooth it is, and little glossy, and I sand it a little, clear it, and I will put one more layer of paint there, and I think this side will be done, and I have another side to do. Look how much difference it makes, and it will protect it and make it beautiful. And the same process I need to repeat with second piece of my middle section of the bed. I already put mark to cut here, and basically it will be the same process. I will cut it with jigsaw, I will sand it and paint it. So let's go. And don't forget that safety must be your #1 priority. Working gloves and glasses, it's a minimum to working with power tools, because you never know when pieces of metal, of some broken blade or wood will be flying into your eyes. This piece is now sanded and ready for paint, but I will paint it a little later, and for now I will make rails to hold the middle section in the bed mode. This middle section will be supported by 2 wooden rails, each size 20 by 30 millimeters, and I will fix them about there. I cut them, and guess what now? More sanding. Sanding gives your build a very professional and luxury feeling, and it really makes a lot of difference in a couple of minutes compared to no sanding. Don't skip it. And now, when my rails is ready, all I need is fix them to the side of the bench. While one more layer of paint drying on my table, I will fix the table leg to my floor. To fix table leg to the floor, I will use these pretty big screws, and I can disassemble my leg platform, and I need to put it right there. This spot is reinforced by 3 wooden pieces that actually I mount previously under the floor. It's not moving anywhere. Fix second part of the leg to the table, it's a little harder. You really want a very good connection to the table, because it's a pretty big table and it's only one leg to support it. But the plywood that makes the table, it's very thin, and you could just screw it one to each other, but it's not will make a good connection. For good connection, you could use these nuts inserts. Focus please. Thank you. These inserts, it's wooden inserts for plywood. You could drill a really small hole and put this insert into it, and then you could put a nut here. It's a 6mm nut. It's will make a very strong connection, and this insert is just a little smaller than thickness of my table, so it's just enough to make it. And to drill it, I will use this metal drill. And you can see with masking tape I make a limit to not drill through my table. That will be a disaster. So I need to be super careful. And I'm not using the wooden drill, because wooden drills has tip at the end, and it actually will go through my wood and go to the other side of the table, and that's not what I want. But the metal drill doesn't have that. It's more plain drill. So let's go. And now to the interesting question: is there anything visible on the other side of the table? Nope, super smooth and clear. And now, only for you, my viewers, the very first assembly of this table. It's super fast and super easy, and well, it's a little wobbly because telescopic leg couldn't provide the rock solid structure to it, but it's pretty fine. I can lay on it, and of course the best position is in the center. Here it's pretty nice. You get easy laptop and mouse use there, no problem. And I think dinner for 4 people will be no problem too. Let's see how much time it requires to transform this area from lounge to bed mode. And it's done, about 30 seconds. Bed area is ready. It's 2 meters long, and with these 3 sections it's 1 meter and 80 centimeters wide. It's very big. You can qualify this as king size bed. Let's put it back to the lounge mode. And that's all. 30 seconds again. So it's super easy and super fast. I especially made these pieces as light as possible, so anyone could do that. You could see here that I left some space between my shower and the table, so it's possible to just go and sit at the table without removing it, which is really nice. Paint on the table not only make it look better, but also protects it from the water. Oops. You see, it's not absorbing water, but like just put it onto the surface and you can easily remove it with a napkin. It's nice to have a real table in my van, so now I could work with some electronics, small wiring, soldering or this kind of stuff with comfort. And I'm very glad my transformable bed area works too, very fine with these rails. They not move anywhere and super steady, super strong. And I have plenty things to do in my van, like the water system and kitchen unit. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you like this video. See you in the next one. Hello and welcome to this video blog channel. Hello inventories video. Hello, 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 hello. Hello inventories video blog. In this video now the interesting question. Is there anything visible on the other side? Yes, of